So today, my plan is to again spend about an hour working on this, and I'm gonna make a strategy game prototype. I've had this sort of a big concept for a game for a little while now, which is to sort of combine a sort of strategy game like Advance Wars with a collectible card game like Magic the Gathering. So I'm just gonna make a new project here. I'm gonna call it CCG Tactics, which is doesn't really mean anything much. That's just a code name. Don't have a real name for the game yet. So for this prototype, I'm not gonna be actually making any of the collectible aspects because that's gonna be a whole lot of work and a lot of content stuff. So what I'm instead gonna work on is just try to get a sort of basic, really basic like a grid plus like some units that I can move around and that have like some sort of attacks and uh, and I think for this version it will be like a hot seat multiplayer thing so that I don't need to write AI or like online network code or anything like that. So that's kind of the goal. I think it's still I mean it's 1 hour and I'm kind of trying to keep it down to a bare minimum of features. I think it will still be somewhat challenging. And yeah, I'll be using Hex, or I guess Hex is the proper way to pronounce that, but I keep forgetting. Using the Hex language and the enemy via library thingy. So, it should get me to a sort of nice working environment here. So I guess about time to I'll just hit the timer and go. So wish me luck. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm actually gonna make a new class that's gonna be called unit type, which is probably not the best thing to do, but I'm just gonna make like sort of different attack defense, well, defense, actually an integer. Just gonna make like attack, hit points, and movement, and let's just keep that for now. And can I do this? Make those work. Let's make like variables here for the attack. Actually, I'm gonna really want to make that public. And hit points. Okay, so there. And actually, I'm not even sure if this works. I hope it does. Sort of code because I'm using the same names. Hope that doesn't just break. I know that works in C++, so that's okay. I'm gonna just start with that. I'm gonna make another class called unit, and this is actually gonna take like a unit type. This is probably a silly way to do this, but okay, well, just gonna do it this way. Because now I'm just sort of having, I guess, some extra info here, but it's okay. Pretty much gonna have the same variables here. Actually, I'm gonna make this one actually sprite. So this will be like a visible object. So actually, I'm not gonna save those. Shouldn't be necessary, but I need to change the hit points here. So unit type. I'm gonna save those, and dot unit type. Unit type dot hit points equals unit type dot hit points. That's gonna change. It's not gonna change for the unit type, but it's gonna change for this specific unit. So make like I mean, should get me started. Actually, I'm gonna just add some graphics to this guy, and just gonna make like a colored guy. Actually, I need a faction or something for them. I mean the player number or something. Player number. I guess that's okay. Might use a sort of something like a class for the player also, but for now let's just use a number. And okay, I'm gonna make like little if here if it's the player number 0, actually player number 1. Let's just say 1 and 2. I'm gonna make a blue, or, yeah, a red one. Make a red player and a blue player. And if it's something else, I'm gonna make it brown or something. This is I'm using Flash Develop, which is nice little editor. It's for Flash, ActionScript, and Hex. I've sort of framed out everything else so that there's a maximum number of visibility for the actual code. Maybe that's actually wrong thing to do if people actually want to know what I'm using. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this guy like a circle. So let's say 32. And okay, so I also need some sort of grid here. So maybe I'll just in the init here, maybe I'll just make like a variable called grid. That'll be an array of sprites. Actually, I guess a vector of sprites. A vector of, no, actually, no. Array of sprites. Forgetting, I think I would have wanted a vector of sprites if I was using ActionScript, but it should work. Let me make a array of sprites, and then I'm gonna just do a little loop. Rx, wait a minute, just x in 0 to, let's say this is 20 files wide. Actually, I'm going to do it the other way. Just for y in 0 to, let's make it a square grid. I'm not actually sure what I want for that yet, but I'm just going to do this for now. I'm going to make a new tile, I guess. New sprite. I'm going to do tile dot graphics. Autocomplete breaks if I have any broken code anywhere, which is pretty annoying. It's gonna do like gray tiles here. Um, Rectangle. Just check what the size did I make the unit. The unit is 32. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Just make it 16 pixels radius. So what I want here is gonna do this. I'm gonna make 30 pixels of rectangle so that it's a little bit actually this way. It's centered. I'm gonna make the square here a little bit smaller so that I can see the borders around these squares. And yeah, I think I'll want some lesson events there and stuff. But for now, let's just do that. Okay, do I have the syntax wrong here? I thought this was the. I'm gonna open up some documentation. Check that. Not actually. I have documentation open on the other screen, unfortunately. That's just a little bit easier for me. For you, you just do nothing for a little bit. Iterators. Oh, okay. So all I need here is just period. That should work. All right. So I'm getting. I'm actually forgetting to add this stuff to the grid. Okay, so I got this. Okay, this looks good. That's a grid. It looks a little large, actually. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Also, I think I messed up a little bit with the starting coordinates. I think I need to. Actually, Nah. I'm gonna actually change this a little bit so that the this guy is 8, no, 16, 16, 16. Much better. So that it's the grid is proper size, I guess. Oh, there we go. We have a small grid there. And okay, so I got these. So now I need oh, I should also add these to the grid array. I'm also gonna just need some buttons and stuff, UI. So let's say I want a great soldier button. Make it up. Actually, I'm wondering if yeah, I got the simple button interface. This should be a little bit easier. Okay. What? Oh, because I'm not actually. Wait a minute. Variable. Flash develop breaks with the autocomplete. Apparently, if my code has errors, which is a bit annoying. Okay, so need the upstate here. We're gonna use sprite and the gonna add a little bit of a make that one just gray also. It's probably not gonna be confusing at all. Make it look exactly the same as the tiles there. That's not gonna be confusing at all. So, okay. And gonna make a hovers. No, wait a minute. Overstate. Good name. Make that into a different sprite. Pretty much almost the same as this, but not exactly. Just gonna make this like a green color. So let's just put this to the side, like 400 pixels. 100 pixels or something. Oops, I think I messed something up. Display object has no field begin fill. Oh, I guess I need to do it a little bit differently. So say bar up equals new sprite. Upstate. There and bar overstate equals new sprite. And great, so dot overstate equals overstate, and just get rid of these. Okay, I'm still making some errors here. Missing a semicolon. And okay, I'm missing the word graphics. Actually, I guess it maybe would have worked. I remember to put the word there. Create soldier, okay. Missing it. There, typo. See, that looks good. Okay, I don't see the. Okay, I forgot to add child. Voxel just tweeted that watching me do this makes him feel productive because something's happening on his screen. My button is not working the way it should be. It should turn green when I hover over it. What did I do wrong? Okay, I'm really not sure. That's weird. Okay, well, I'm just gonna bother me, but I'm gonna just add some event listener to this, and it's gonna be a click. So mouse event the so complete is not finding it here. Click and just add the event handler here. So if the player clicks on this, I'm gonna make some sort of state machine here, I think. So let's say make a variable. Actually, make that a public variable. Game state. That's gonna be. I'm gonna use a num for that. Let's just do like a enum state. Maybe that's. Okay, I'm gonna want non-state. I want non-state creating soldier, state moving soldier, state attacking. Okay. Something like that. I'm not actually sure how the enums work here. I haven't used enums in Hex before. Pretty sure it works something like that. Just gonna check real quickly. Okay, I'm actually doing this wrong. I think I need to name it. And wait a minute. Do I need to? I need to actually use this as a. Am I using this as a type or as a variable? I'm guessing that. I'm pretty sure that it's just like a. Just name this game state, and these are my states. But I think I need semicolons here. That looks a little bit more like the. Okay, no semicolon at the end. My cursor now. Make this a game state. Okay, so I'm 20 minutes in. Something, not a lot done here, but okay. So game state is one of those. So what I'm gonna do here is when you click on the create soldier thing, it's gonna check that the state that we're in is the non-state, so that we're not actually doing something else. Although, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but I'll just do it that way. So I'll change it to state creating soldier. Okay, so now I think what I want to do here is I want to add an event listener to each of these tiles. Huh? Unexpected public. I hate this because the exactly what I said before. I think there might be something about this word game state. Maybe it's because I have it. What does that get? I mean, the coloring here just confuses me because it's the syntax highlighting is kind of just hinting at the fact that maybe that's not what I actually wanted. Uh, kind of weird though. Let's just name that state. Name that game state. Maybe that works better. Okay, let's just go back. Add the state. This definitely bothers me. It seems to be. Is it just that the syntax highlighting is broken, or is it something else? Unexpected enum. Maybe I need to make it a public enum or private enum. Ugh. It's running into some annoying things. Or is there a error on the other lines? Um, I have to like Google how to use animations here. I'm doing something wrong with it. Oh, actually, maybe I probably need to put it outside of the class. That's the game state, and this is gonna be state game. Okay, that looks a lot better. Yeah, I think that was it. Can't have a. Yeah, Triple Fox got it. I should look into the chat when I have a problem. Oh, and this is not public. It's just. Okay, still have. Okay, this was finished here. So I'm gonna add a click event again, and tile click. Yeah, that sounds good. So this is for the tile click, and I'm gonna check here that if we are creating a soldier, then we're actually gonna, well, create the soldier at the point where you clicked. So let's make a new soldier. That's gonna be, I guess I would need to have a soldier type defined. So this is gonna be a little bit, actually I'm gonna define the soldier type in the, just I'm gonna make it a variable here. This is not really the way I would do it in, like if I was not doing just a prototype here, but it'll do for now. Okay, I want to initialize this soldier. Oops, typo. Soldier type. It's gonna be a new unit type, and that's gonna have like an attack of 2. It's gonna have 4 hit points, and it's gonna be able to move 3 squares per turn. Okay. And if you click on the tile while you were creating a soldier, then we're gonna create a new soldier. Let's make this a unit. Oh, actually, I want a list of units, array of units. There we go. Okay, so we'll make a new unit of for player. I guess we need a player turn variable here somewhere. Public var player turn. I don't know. And we'll start it at player turn equals 1. So it's player 1's turn to start with. New unit, and for the player turn player, and the unit type will be soldier type. There we go. And this soldier will be positioned at the e.target.x. That work? I think it should. So whatever you clicked on, the soldier will be moved there. And we're gonna add child soldier so that it gets added to the display list. And we're gonna add it to the list of units we have. So that's gonna be there. Okay, I think this should work. I'm gonna actually make this a little bit smaller. Otherwise, actually, I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Stupid details. I'm just gonna. I just want it so that it's easy to read, I guess. Hang on. What's the? Oh, I'm missing this call again. Super, which means that it calls the sprite constructor, just the parent class there. Okay, so now I have this button. I should be able to put some units on here, but that doesn't actually seem to be working. So I'm assuming there's some sort of bug here. So let's just go back. And oh, one thing I'm gonna do before I go on, I'm gonna change the background of this thing to white because some of the debug information is gonna be shown in black. That's an important decision, really. Okay, let's see if we're in the. Wait a minute, I'm probably not setting the. Yeah, I'm not setting the state to anything, so it might be a null. So that might be why it's not working. I'm still gonna add like a create soldier tile click. There we go. So we should get some info on if I'm clicking on these. Okay, so we see the tile click info there, and okay, this doesn't actually do anything. My button there. There's clearly something wrong with that one. Create soldier, new simple button. Upstate equals that, overstate equals that. This even, I don't know if this simple button interface is actually, okay, it is working in the sense that that sort of bit is there. Oh, actually, what it might be is that the hit test object, yeah, I need to change this. Is it a function? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this. Set it to upstate. If that works. No, well, that's not working. Tile click works perfectly though. Maybe I just shouldn't use these this simple button interface here. It's not really that important. I guess I just wanted to. Uh, okay, I'm just gonna change this because it's not working. I've used the simple button thing in ActionScript 3 and it's usually worked all right. Not sure why it's not working here. Just gonna use the green button so that you can. It's different from the tiles. We have a green button there, and okay. Well, we got a crash. Cannot access a property or method of a null object reference. Here's another bug in Flash Develop actually, which is that it doesn't start the debugger by default, but I do get some information here. So this should be a minute, I don't even see it's in tile click somewhere. Okay, so I'm checking the state, that should be okay. I'm checking the soldier type, which I added it there. Maybe e.target is e.target. Maybe that's not the. Oh, actually, I'm not. I didn't. I forgot to initialize the units array. I just need to do this. I think that should do it. I'm gonna move it over there. Okay. Oops. I think this should work. Okay, there we go. So I got this circle. I got this circle over there. That's okay. So I can create these soldiers. I think I want to make like a proper class for the tiles, just mostly so that I have somewhere where I can sort of save the information that there's somebody standing on that tile. Extend sprite. So let's just say let's make a no public var occupying unit. It's gonna be a unit type, and I'm gonna just change it to all. Although I think it is all by default, but just in case. Then I'm gonna do the fills here to add some graphics. And I think I had a mistake there. And graphics dot Okay, so I'm gonna make a new tile type. So I need to change the grid here to a tile array. Need to change that one to tile.x add child tile grids push tile. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, that looks alright. And missing super constructor. Oh, missing the word super there. Let's see. Yeah, still working. The point was, I'm gonna make it so that when you create a soldier, actually I should add some sort of visual indication that you are trying to create a soldier, but what I'm gonna do is check that if the e.target dot occupying unit is null, I'm gonna do this, but basically I'm gonna make it so that you can't put two units in the same file. There we go. Traces around so that I can get some information about what's happening. Now I can put a soldier there. Oh, it actually doesn't work because I'm not clicking on the tile. Oh, that's annoying. Seems like I can actually click on the same thing. Oh, because I'm still not actually changing the occupying unit. I'm just checking if it's there. So let's just do this. Also, what I'm forgetting here is that I need to change the state back to state none. There we go. Okay, so now if I click there and click additional clicks don't do anything. And if I click on, there's a unit there already. Okay, that works. So now I want something where I can click on the units. I'm gonna just add the listener here. Actually, no. I'm actually gonna add it over on the main code here. So let's just add an event listener to this one, and let's say that's click is listener. It's gonna be a soldier click there. And what I want here, I want actually, I'm gonna make like state moving soldier, or I'm gonna just make like a selected soldier state. So if you click on a soldier and if the state is state none, uh, or the state is state, actually, the state is state selected soldier. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If it's one of those states, I'm gonna allow you to select the soldier. State equals selected soldier, and I need to add a variable for that. Selected soldier. That's a unit. Actually, selected unit makes more sense. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Selected soldier is e.target. Okay, so we have that one selected then. Okay, and for the, actually I want more buttons for this. Although, I mean, I will say this is probably a silly way to do this because I'm just gonna end up, actually I'm gonna make a button class real quick. Should help me a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna copy over a bunch of this code. Okay, so it's gonna extend sprite. I'm gonna remember to call super this time. And we're gonna do these fills. Fills. So we're gonna make it actually, I think I'm gonna just make it a brighter green, brighter gray for no reason. And correct 0, 30, 30 should be 1, 1, 30, 30. And we're not gonna move it here. We're not gonna add child here. And we're not gonna even add the event listener here. What I kind of wanted though is to add an event listener. The mouse enemy events, mouse event. I'm gonna add the hover thing. Just because I guess that's not really the important thing here, but I'll just do that. Yeah, let's just add that one. I'm gonna add another one for when you mouse out. There we go. I'm gonna actually add this code to mouse out. And I'm gonna change it a little bit for mouse. So that you can see what's happening, I guess. And yep. Okay, so I want to make the great soldier to a button. New button. I should actually add some sort of symbols or something to these, but it'll do for now, I guess. This is the great soldier button. I really should add some sort of text or something here. It's gonna be hard to actually figure out what's happening. Okay, let's just add some text string, and gonna add like can the graphics draw text? Oh, I'm gonna just need to make a text field thing here. Or text field equals enemy display text no. Where's the enemy text field? Oh, enemy.text.text field. There we go. And we're gonna make this new text field dot text equals text and the. I'm gonna just add that to this one. This is not gonna work super well actually. New requires argument. Oh, I guess I need to actually add the text here. Not enough arguments, so I need to add the. I'm just gonna add like a letter there. C. Mostly just for me at this point. And okay, yeah, that's good. So what I want next is just not even sure why I had it. Well, I'm not gonna change it now. I'm gonna want soldier button. Just gonna title it M. Soldier.ax is 400. I'm gonna put it in the sort of same general area. Add child, soldier, and I'm gonna add event listener for most event dot click, and there. Actually, at this point, does this will compile? Too many arguments? What? Oh, I think I actually probably was looking at the wrong error there. I thought it was giving an error for this. Okay, let's see if the text appears. Okay, CNM. That works. Oh, and it's the cursor is kind of wrong there. Oh, it's actually kind of weird. That's not actually what I wanted. Yeah, I don't know if you can notice that, but the text field is actually bigger than the button. Let's just change that. With I'm gonna actually do this. It's gonna be the text width. And I'm gonna make it not selectable. There we go. I'm gonna just change this a little bit so that it's centered. Looks better. Even though that's not really the important thing here, but let's just see. Oh, there we go. We have. Oh, I guess I have no idea how the text width thing works because it never seems to actually get me the never gets me the actual text width that I want. I'll just make it 32. Not gonna actually. Okay. Well, let's just make it 32. 32. Just be done with that. Okay, let's just move back onto the actual code. Move soldier. So if we're in the state where we have actually selected a soldier, then we're able to move the soldier. So this will change the state to move. What? State. State. State moving soldier. There we go. And if we click on a tile when we're moving a soldier, else if state is state moving soldier, we're gonna, yeah, we're basically gonna do a bunch of what we're doing actually here. We're just not gonna make a new soldier. So we'll just remove this. And player turn soldier type, yeah. We're gonna select soldier. We're gonna operate on that one. We're not gonna do an add child. We're not gonna push it to the units. Target occupying unit. Yes, that's something we are gonna do. I'm just realizing that I need to somehow. Okay, let's just. I'm gonna add occupying tile. I need to add this here so that this guy knows where he is. Because otherwise, I can't. I can't move him. I mean, I can't clear out the one that where he was. Selected soldier dot occupying tile dot occupying unit is null. Selected soldier occupying tile is e dot target. There we go. And yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna do it like this. And we're adding event listener. No, we don't need to add an event listener. I think we're gonna Change it to the selected soldier. We're not gonna move out of that state. Okay. Unit moved. I can tell. Is it I want it here. Unknown identifier soldier. Change that. Oh, and I need to actually change the occupying tile when he's moved into a. He's created it here. So let's just do b dot target. Okay, so now I have two buttons. The M button shouldn't do anything right now because I don't have a soldier. Oops, crash. uh, it's in tile click. This error is not very useful. But actually, oh, because I'm in release mode. That kind of explains it. That wasn't uh, is there a, oh, there's a mistake. Yeah. I was trying to change the currently selected soldier instead of just the one that's created there. Okay, there we go. Create soldier. Okay. I think this doesn't work because I'm not in the state none. I think I can still move this guy, but he's still selected, so I can't create a new one. I guess maybe the create soldier state could. Maybe I can enter that from anywhere. I'm just gonna comment this out for now. Okay, so what I can do here now is okay. I think I just broke Flash Develop because it has this stupid bug where when I try to build a project when it's already running, it disables everything in the project menu here, including building the project again. I need to restart, and the restart function is also broken. I just recently reported these to the Flash develop forums, but I haven't seen an answer yet. Although I haven't checked the forums just now. Okay, going back to this. I think what I want here is also so that you could see where you can move the soldier. I should go through the let's have that selected. Actually, kind of annoying here. Yeah, I can change that guy's position. I can move him. Kind of just moves anywhere though. That's not a good mechanic. I think what I want here is something where I can just do like a check of which tiles he can move into. Have like a range for him. Okay, so for that I'm gonna need to at least measure the distance. I'm gonna add like the coordinates to the tile. So let's say public var tile x, which is gonna be basically I mean this one already has x and y coordinates, but this is gonna be the sort of internal x and y coordinates, not the on-screen coordinates. So just add tile x, tile y. And actually, I think I could just get those coordinates based on these tile coordinates. I mean, I can set the x equals tile x times 32. Although that doesn't really help me at this point anymore. Where's the, there we go. Gonna set x and y here. And we're also adding these to the grid. Oh, I broke this again. I need to restart. I hope they fix that really soon, because that's really annoying. I can't really figure out how they could have missed a bug like that. It pretty much makes the program useless if you do this sort of little mistake. That's really easy to make, especially if there's a bug in your code and it crashes. Okay, I think I need to. Is this signifying that the guy is selected? Maybe I'll need to change his color or something. I'm gonna add like a function here, select and deselect. There we go. And if you actually, what I'm gonna do is if you click on a tile while you have a soldier selected, selected soldier, we're gonna actually reset it. We're gonna deselect the guy. Selected soldier is null. There we go. And we're gonna change the state to state none. Should work. Then we can deselect the unit if we have him. Okay, so I also want to do this when something gets deselected. And, well, I want something quite like this. I'm gonna just make it like a little bit brighter. Make the brown a little bit brighter here. Like that. Doesn't matter though. I don't have any units of other players here. Okay, so now if I create this. Oh, I forgot to actually do the selecting thing. So if you click on the soldier, selected soldier dot select. There we go. This should make him a little bit brighter when he's selected. Checking the chat if there's anything interesting there. Because it's talking about the text fields. Yeah, they get set with some default size, and then what's okay? Yeah, that works. So now I can see that he's selected. If I create a new soldier here. Oh, that's funny because I clicked. Oh, I need to. I really need a sort of like a state machine here because that doesn't actually. Oh, and these guys don't actually get deselected unless I click on a tile. Okay, that's not actually good. So yeah, I'm actually wondering how I'm gonna do that because I basically would want it so that whenever you click on anything, anything that's not the unit itself or one of these buttons, I would kind of want it so that the unit gets deselected. Okay, well that's not the issue here. I guess that's just a visual thing mostly. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. What I do want is the distance thing. I want to measure the distance between the unit and the target they're moving to. Actually, I'm gonna do something funny. I'm gonna add the actuate library here. tweeting library. I'm gonna try to add a little bit of a animation where you move the guy. Gonna. That's not the what I actually wanted to do first though, is to measure the distance from the tile where the soldier is. So the distance is equal to, we have an ABS function, math.abs. There we go. So let's float. Doesn't really matter. So we want the selected soldier. No, wait a minute. This is not even the right one. I want it here. The occupying unit. Okay, we're gonna measure the distance. Selected soldier dot occupying tile dot tile x minus e dot target dot tile x. We're gonna calculate the absolute value there so that we can get the distance. And this is basically like Manhattan coordinates, which is kind of like they do in games like Advance Wars, where you can't move diagonally, and it's just up, down, left, right, the main sort of directions there. So the distance is smaller or equal to the soldiers who. Wait a minute. I need the unit type dot movement. Although I should probably later I should probably add like a function there that would sort of like do a bunch of other stuff, because I mean I could have like modifiers and stuff. I'm actually gonna like, I really wanted to do like a little thing with the actuate. I'm forgetting where the actuate Eclectic Design Studio, that's one. Gonna do one with the, but it's not important. Oh, 1 hour. I'm really not done with this yet. I'm not even like but what I have now is you can move these guys around, and you should not be able to move them further than, I think, 3 tiles. So if I'm gonna move him over the corner, that doesn't work. But if I move him there, that works. Okay, so that actually does work. You can move him 3 tiles at once. That would be 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't move him there or anywhere else. I can just move in 3 tiles at once. Okay, so that bit works. Yeah, 1 hour goes so quickly. Not not um not quite done. Well, I mean, I kind of knew that this was going to be a little bit challenging, but this is actually a game that I am going to be working on moving forward. Uh, well, I mean, I guess the lesson about, I mean, prototypes is that prototypes are kind of for testing stuff and seeing how you like them and things like that. So I don't know if I'm going to work on this yet, but this is sort of a plan that I've been having for a little while to make this kind of game. So I'm probably going to be working on this. Actually, I think I'm not going to stop now, but this is sort of, I guess, how far I was able to do it in 1 hour.